Welcome to South Charlotte Sports Report Live on a Thursday night. It is cold, nasty, and wet outside, but we've got some great things lined up tonight. Real quickly, I wanted to bring you an update. Everyone has been following along on this pursuit of having more fans, more parents be able to attend their games. And while it kind of seems to be focused on outside games, and we'll talk about inside games in a minute, I want to give you an update. Today, the governor of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, said that he will have a new executive order next week that will address attendance at athletic events, which that's a positive. We'll see which way he goes, how big of a positive it is. In the North Carolina Senate, there has been a bill introduced to increase capacity, and we're working on something in the North Carolina House. So a lot of things are working. The 40,000 of you that signed the petition, all the different interviews and stuff we've been doing, we're making progress, and I wanted to let everyone know that. Keep it up. If you are able to talk to state legislators, please do, and tell them how important and how valuable this is. Now, here in a minute, I've got a basketball team that's going to join us, and I do want to say I myself have been trying to get these attendance things fixed since last May, and had a hard time grabbing any kind of audience. I think it's as wrong as it can be that only 25 people from the home or the away team can be at a basketball game right now. We're going to talk to people from Providence High School, and that gym probably seats 2,500 people. So it's ridiculous what is happening to those kids, and I'll keep fighting for you. And at some point, it will come into play to help you. But let's move past that and bring in three very good guests from Providence High School. We'll bring in Coach Jen Beam, we'll bring in Nyla McGill, and we'll bring in Ava Butler. How is everyone doing tonight?
Doing well.
Coach Bean, tell me what's going on. You've got your girls undefeated, top of the conference again, final home game tomorrow against Ardrey Kell. How's your season been going?
It's been good. We actually play at Ardrey Kell tomorrow. So we've had a great season. Unfortunately, being paused and starting late, we missed quite a few games. And unfortunately, also, we are short one team in our conference. One of our conference opponents could not field a team this year. So we've actually been short quite a few games. And so we'll end up playing 6 games total before we get into the state playoffs.
I mean, to me, it's just heartbreaking to hear you say that. And I know it is for the girls as well, but at least you have a team that has the ability to add up some games in the playoffs. And you'll enter the playoffs as anywhere from a 1 to an 8 seed, depending on how Providence's name comes out of a hat. So how do you feel about your chances going into the playoffs?
I think, we have a great team. And I do think that we are a very good chance, as good a chance of anybody as going really far. Obviously this is a very different season and we haven't been able to play as much, but in some ways that's a positive thing. Usually this time of year, we're dealing with injuries and our legs are getting tired and we're pretty fresh, which is really good. So I feel like, we have a good opportunity to go pretty far.
I'm going to ask your girls this in a minute, but I'm going to ask you, when you got the phone call or however it was that you found out that the season was going to be paused after just a couple of games, and at the time there was no true definition of when you were going to return, what did that feel like?
It was heartbreaking. We had just come off a really big win. We beat South Mech, who is a great opponent. We had a really competitive game. And then the next day we got paused. So we were struggling with how to handle it, really, because we didn't know if it was going to be 3 weeks. We didn't know if it was going to be beyond that. We didn't know if we would be able to get back to play at all. And so I have 5 seniors and they don't know if they played their last game. And so it was hard. But we just kept positive and we just kept feeling like we're going to come back. This is not the end. And, we just kept pushing.
Ava, how are you?
I'm good.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. What position do you play? What grade are you in?
I'm a junior and I'm a guard. Yeah.
All right. What do you think the strength of your game is? What's the thing that you do the best?
Probably defense.
Nyla, tell me about yourself, your position, your year.
I'm a senior and I play guard mainly, but sometimes I have to play in the post. and I think the best thing about my game is my ability to control the tempo of the game.
Ava, what was life like for you back March, April, and May when it was a true lockdown and we were really told we couldn't go anywhere. What did you do to stay in basketball shape at that time?
Well, we actually were starting AU around that time, so we did have workouts, and they were socially distanced. And since not many people came to them, it was kind of like you could work individually with like the coaches and stuff. So that was good.
Nyla, what do you most remember about that, let's say March and April when you were stuck at home? What were you feeling back then?
Well, I definitely needed a break after a long high school season, so I took that time as an opportunity to rest and catch up on sleep. And then I started some socially distanced workouts, but I made sure it wasn't something I was overdoing to make sure I was staying in top shape.
Right. Ava, you're a junior, right? So what would you say about this group of seniors?
I mean, they're great teammates, and it's good because we had two new seniors this year, and that like really helped. And they're all really hardworking and really good leaders since they've been here for so long.
Nyla, talk about some of your senior classmates.
I think that going beyond them being teammates, they're great friends. They have great personalities, and they're really there to boost the team morale. And honestly, they're just so supportive.
What's it like playing for Coach Bean? She can be both intense, but I know she's also very passionate and she cares very much about her players. What is it like playing for her? Nyla?
Oh, sorry. So she definitely, that she has her players' best interest, and she wants to come out with the dub. But at the same time, she's gonna look after you as not only a player but also as a daughter.
Ava, once these seniors leave next year, what will your role become? Are you ready to step up and be a team leader and do all the things that you've seen Nyla do this year?
Yeah, I think so. I guess I'll run the point more, so that's exciting, but like scary, I guess. But I think I'm ready.
Coach Bean, tell me, talk about these two players.
Oh gosh. They're both just so incredibly important to our team and our program. Nyla's a 4-year starter for us, and when she came, it really started to change things for us. I mean, we had put some things in place, but she was really the missing link. And I'm not shy about saying that. She's a Division I player. She's going to be legacy in our program. She has set records. She's going to be very, very missed, and by me, by our coaching staff, and by our teammates. She's become a great leader. So she's obviously left her impact on our program. And Ava, coming in the next, right after, Ava's athleticism and her defensive skills and her ability to just drive the opponent nuts. It's just really fun to watch. And it's been fun to watch her grow over the last couple of years. And I see big things happening for her. She's being heavily recruited right now. And, she'll step in just fine. She's ready. She says she thinks she's ready, but she's ready.
Tell me about your other senior leaders that aren't with us tonight.
We have a great core group. I have 3 of my 5 seniors have been with me since their freshman year. And so they've come through the program. And, like Nyla said, they're super supportive, and really they just care about the success of the program and of their teammates. And so they've just always been great kids and great to have. And we had 2 transfers this year. Unfortunately, one of them had to move back to Virginia suddenly. So she wasn't able to celebrate senior night with us, but we have another player who came in as a senior, and she's, fit right into the family. So we just have a great senior leadership and just great kids for our younger players to look up to.
Nyla, what's next for you beyond this school year?
Well, I'll be taking my talents playing at Yale University, and honestly, my goal there is to build upon their record. They have a good record, but there is a lot of room to improve, and I do want to get them to March Madness.
Just so everyone heard that correctly, you said Yale University, right?
Yes.
Yale University is an Ivy League school. You only get into Ivy League school if you take care of business in the classroom. Why have your academics been so important to you?
Partially, it's my parents, they've been on me, and honestly, it's just a better look for you to know that you take care of your business in the classroom, because ultimately you're a student athlete, so the student part comes first.
I like to tell people that when you choose an Ivy League school or a school of that level, you've made a 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. For the next 40 years of your life, if you do your job at Yale, you should be able to have a very successful 40-year career in whatever field you choose. So I congratulate you on that. And I've told you that before, and I'm very proud of you for achieving that.
Thank you.
Ava, let's see. What are your plans for the summer? Nyla will be gone. She'll be focusing more on getting into college. What are you going to be doing April, May, June, and into the summer?
Well, AAU is going to start around that time, so I'll be practicing with them and going to tournaments and stuff like that. And hopefully we can have a team camp, because those are always like really exciting, but I'm not sure if that's going to work out because of COVID.
Well, I'm pulling for it to work out. I'm probably like you guys. I'm ready to get back to some semblance of normalcy. That's for sure. Well, Coach Bean, good luck going
Thank
into tomorrow, and then
Thank you.
on the Tuesday of next week as you begin a journey and a hopeful path all the way to the state championship. You've got a very good squad, and it would be very exciting to see that happen for you.
Sure would. Thank you.
Girls, thank y'all for joining me, and I appreciate all of everyone for tuning in. We'll have this posted up on YouTube and everywhere else over the next few days. So good luck to the Providence High School girls basketball team, and thank you everyone for joining us. Have a great evening. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.